What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And you know, not too long ago, the world's strongest man, Eddie Hall, came here and filmed with me. And you know what? He forgot some of his stuff. It's going to cost way too much to send this Atlas stone back to him. So today, we're going to shoot it. This actually will not be my first time shooting an Atlas stone. I've shot one with 50 BMG and some other smaller calibers, and I tried to chew one up with a Gatling gun that's chambered in 9mm. And I found that these things are actually extremely tough. But there's one caliber that I have not hit this Atlas stone with, and I am very curious to see how it reacts, and that is the 4-bore. I don't believe the 4-bore is going to penetrate very deep, but it is going to be delivering a lot of energy. It's basically going to be like a meteor hitting the moon. As you can see, this is an 18-inch stone, and it is 250 pounds. Atlas stones come in lots of different weights, and they are used in strongman competitions, and Eddie carries one with him everywhere he goes, but he forgot this one. So today I'm going to take advantage of him being forgetful, and we're going to see what happens when we hit this thing with a 4-bore. So before we bust this Atlas stone with a 4-bore, I'm going to shoot it with a few other calibers so that you have a baseline and something to compare it to. We're going to start out with 45 ACP. I have a Sig Sauer 1911 topped off with a Romeo X, and I'll be loaded up with some Underwood ammo, 230 grain 45 ACP plus P. I'm very excited to try this thing out. I have not shot it yet. Let's take a few shots at that steel. Yeah. I like that. All right, now let's shoot the stone. Doesn't look like it did much to it. Pretty sure I got a few rounds left. Nice. 45 ACP is supposed to be a pretty stout round, but apparently this stone does not care. We got hit right here, and as you can see, it didn't really do much of anything to this stone. I think we're going to need something bigger. So up next, we're going to hit this thing with 44 Magnum. This is a Taurus Raging Hunter with a camo paint job, and I think it looks absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to be loaded up with some Underwood ammo, 44 Magnum, 300 grain jacketed hollow points. I also have not had the pleasure of shooting this gun yet, so I'm going to take a few shots at that steel first. All right, looks like it's hitting a little high. Yeah, give it another. Okay, now let's shoot the stone. Didn't do a whole lot. Still got 2 rounds left. All right. We are out. Well, those are stuck in there good. Ow! That's a tight cylinder. There is not much difference here on this stone between 45 ACP and 44 Magnum. I mean, it did a little more damage, but not much. It doesn't seem like the handguns are doing much damage, so let's go ahead and try out a few rifles. This is a PSA AR-15 chambered in 5.56. I have a 20-round mag loaded up with 10 rounds of Underwood ammo, 55 grain 223. I also have not shot this gun yet, so let's take a few shots at that steel. Looks like... Now I know that these iron sights need to be adjusted a little bit. I know where I'm hitting now. Let's take a shot at the stone. Okay, how about one more? I think I got a few rounds left. All right, let's go check it out. So we hit right here with the 223, and then I hit right here with the 223, and it did do a little more damage than the 45 ACP and the 44 Magnum. I feel like because it's moving faster, maybe that did it. Very interesting and makes me very curious about what happens when we hit it with a very large, slow-moving round like the 4-bore. But before we do, I have one more rifle to shoot at this thing. So the last rifle we're going to hit this stone with before we try to crack it open with a 4-bore is a CMMG 458 SOCOM. This thing is Stormtrooper white. Not really sure if that's what they call it, but it's what I call it, and I hope that I shoot a little better than a Stormtrooper. And I'm loaded up with a 10-round mag of Underwood ammo, 458 SOCOM, 300 grain. And if I'm being completely honest, I just kind of threw this optic on there. So let's make sure I'm hitting stuff. Hey, okay. All right, let's shoot the stone. Oh, that actually put a pretty big dent in it. I like this. So it looks like this thing actually can be damaged. That did quite a bit to it. You got some chunks here falling off of it. I'm not sure if Eddie's going to be very happy about that, but still not that much damage. So now I'm going to take this thing and I'm going to spin it around so that we have a fresh side. So the time has finally come. This is my Christian Firearms single shot falling block 4-bore rifle. That is a 1-inch in diameter bore. This thing weighs over 20 pounds and produces over 200 pounds of felt recoil. This is basically the largest elephant gun in the world that you can get your hands on. And this is what it fires. And this ain't no 458 Win Mag. This is a 2,150 grain 4-bore round that is 1 inch in diameter, and this thing is going to be hitting like a Mack truck. Handheld artillery. Okay, it's time to ride the lightning. Oh, here we go. Oh, holy cow! Dude, look at this. I mean, we hit it, but man, that thing ate that 4-bore. That is insane. I thought we would have done more damage than that. Well, you know what that means? That means I get to shoot it again. Let's ride the lightning a second time, shall we? Oh, holy cow. That was more of a direct hit, but that thing is still there. I don't know what Eddie Hall has his Atlas stones made out of, but I'm gonna need to find out because this is ridiculous. This has been hit with 2 rounds of 4-bore, over 10,000 foot-pounds of energy coming at this thing and smacking it dead on, and it is still sitting here. Now, we had a more direct hit that time, and I saw that this thing was rocking, which is pretty crazy, but we still haven't done a ton of damage. I have a confession. I only loaded 3 rounds of 4-bore. I really did not think that I would need more than that. So once we hit it with this, if it doesn't bust it, I don't really know what we're gonna do. Okay, here we go. Golly! It is raining Atlas stone. I think we did more damage that time but still not busted. Ah, I'm off. Well, that time we hit pretty much on a flat surface and it tipped over this 250-pound Atlas stone, which I mean at this point it's probably more like 225 maybe, but then it took a lot of force to do that. Ah! Dang, man. Look at that. I mean, we have taken a pretty good chunk off of it, but it's still holding strong. I thought that we would have split it, like it would have just cracked open, but looks like I would need more than 3 rounds of 4-bore. So what do we do now? All right, well, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I don't think that 4-bore is enough to take out one of these Atlas stones, so we may need to step it up to a bigger caliber next time. Let me know what you think I should shoot it with in the comment section down below. Why don't all the strong men just do that? It's a lot easier to carry it when they're broken up into smaller pieces. Be sure and give today's video a like and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also be sure and check me out on all other social media platforms. Links to those can be found in the description down below, along with a link to KentuckyBallistics.com just in case you want to pick up a shirt. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics, and I'll see you next time.